These days, I'm tired strangely even if I sleep all day. Maybe it's because it's been a long time since my life has changed day and night, or it's after a big event. It's already been over months since I quit the company. 4 months after quitting the company, I almost slept. Like dead as a result, the time to just lie in bed and toss and turn became longer and longer. An hour, 2 hours, these days, even though I was lying in bed all day, it seemed that I only fell asleep within a few hours. Even if I fell asleep, I would have similar nightmares every time. It was that dream today. It was a night road on a deserted national highway. Street lights went off and on at short intervals, then on and off again. I was limping toward the next street light. The road was long. Then I heard someone chasing after me. I looked back. There was nothing. The street lights were just flickering. I walked forward again. I heard the footsteps again. I wanted to run away, but my wobbly legs wouldn't listen. I thought that if I caught up with that step, something would go wrong. I hurried my steps, but my feet did not come off the ground. The footsteps stood right behind me. I slowly looked back. At that time, the street lights went out. Today I woke up in a cold sweat. It was that dream again. The footsteps chasing me, the darkness with nothing even when I look back. I couldn't take a single step in the darkness. Then one day, as usual, I was lying on the bed and playing games on my phone. You are dead. Would you like one more chance? Watch the ad for your chance. I casually pressed the button and saw the ad. Sleep Induction app, Dreamy. We make it possible for you to dream what you truly desire. It was an advertisement that would normally be overlooked, but the word dreamy stuck in my throat. I installed the app. We will analyze your inner world and listen to the sound waves that will help you have the most comfortable dreams. After some testing, the app worked. Thin, high notes were repeated in regular beats. It was so high and low that people my age couldn't hear it well. But it sounded clear to me. It was on my nerves, but strangely I wanted to hear it over and over again. I fell asleep listening to the sound. It was still that dark night road. I was still limping toward the next street light. I walked slower than usual. And the sound of those footsteps was following me. I looked back. There was nothing but darkness. I turned my head and walked forward again. The sound of footsteps following me was suddenly overshadowed by the sound of the Dreamy app. I kept walking. A dreamy sound was following me. I slowly looked back. A broken car was seen. I opened my eyes. The Dreamy app was still working fine. I remembered the advertising slogan of the Dreamy app, "You can make your dream come true." I laughed bitterly. Suddenly, I was afraid to have the next dream, so I decided not to use the Dreamy app for the time being. And another few days passed. There was no sense of time, whether it was hours or weeks, not days. In the meantime, I had the same nightmare again. Footsteps following me. Footsteps that are heavy and persistent and unbearable. I couldn't help but turn on the Dreamy app again. It's annoying, but strangely, it's a sound I want to hear over and over again. I've been listening to it all day. Until I fall asleep. It was still the night road in that nightmare. The surroundings were dark, and the street lights flickered. However, unlike usual, I did not walk forward. I turned back. A broken car, something I've been trying to get away with so far. I walked slowly towards it. There was a dreamy sound. I kept walking. The wreckage of the car was getting closer. The dreamy sound and my steps gradually slowed down, but I kept going. After a few more steps, I could see the inside of the car. The dreamy sound became even slower. The slowed down sounds sounded like words that meant something. Finally I looked through the car's broken window at the passenger seat. The bloody woman, my dead wife. The words of the dreamy can now be heard accurately. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. After a long time, I got dressed and came out. Whether it's a few weeks or a few months. I changed subways and buses several times in a black suit. The bus terminal, I got off near the foot of a mountain where people were rare. A building stood tall between the empty field and the road. It was a memorial park, an ossuary. I saw the name of my dead wife and the birth name of my child who had never been born. Dreamy. My family, who died under the flickering street lights on a dark night road because of my drowsy driving. The first cycle memorial, I slept soundly without dreaming for the first time in a long time. It's like shedding tears while sleeping. After waking up, I took a shower, got dressed, went to the market to buy vegetables and meat, cooked, ate rice, turned on my computer, logged on to a job site, wrote my resume, and so on. Suddenly, I turned on my phone to check the time. The Dreamy app was gone.